Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and I'm back, and there will be a full course of videos today. So, it seems that we all know that our country is in a state of decay. Our country is what I would say not doing as well. Hard or super rise in crime, and a lot of democratic policies are the issues of this. We'll be going over a series of actual articles. Won't be going over them all exactly. Probably going over two because it would just make the video way too long to actually go over them all into a single read. So, yeah. But this is crazy. And yes, I will be doing the Twitter stuff at the very end of today because that video will probably be long to go over it all. So, without further ado, let's get into it. So we have Philadelphia gas station hires AR-15 toting guards as crime spikes. Dear Death to Philadelphia, Philadelphia has gas station owner has taken drastic measures against soaring crime, hiring heavy armed security with AR-15s to patrol outside. Fox 29 filmed a group of officers guarding a Carco gas station while wearing military-style clothing, including Kevlar bulletproof vests, while toting shotguns and even assault rifles. The security firm's cop leader insisted online that the terrifying arsenal was needed because the city of brotherly love its fast-earning and ominous new nickname, becoming the new Wild Wild West of Philadelphia. Now, here's one thing I want this reporting to be correct here, is that an AR-15 is not an assault rifle. It will never be an assault rifle. You cannot purchase assault rifles here in the United States. It is almost damn near impossible unless you're going for the 1987 type rifles, which would be, considered, obviously out of date. So, as I can show you here, there is no possible way to get an assault rifle unless it's a 1947. So, yes, you can get military grade weapons, but they can only be semi-automatic, which would mean that would not be carded as as an assault rifle. An assault rifle will be considered any rifle that can switch between semi-auto fire to fully automatic, which we cannot get. And if you do turn it into that type of weapon, it is illegal. So, without further ado, gas station owner Neil Patel told Fox 29 that he turned to the armed agents from the agency's site amid the worst spat of crime in his 20 years there, including a gang ripping out and carting away his ATM. We are tired of this nonsense, robbery, drug trafficking, and gangs hanging around, he told the local outlet. Well, let's see, what did you actually vote for? Because if you voted for, I don't know, maybe if you voted blue, you might be the actual reason that this is happening. So, vote differently if you're the one that did this. I am fearful for my employees as well as my nice neighborhood and all the customers, he said, saying criminals were forcing us to hire the security. Site security boss Andre Boyer, a former Philly cop, said his staff is mostly former cops and all highly trained agents. We wear Kevlar. We are trained. My guards go to training every other week. He insisted, saying they were all proficient in using the assault rifles and tasers. As they are not assault rifles, they are just called rifles. They are nothing more and nothing less. As Pennsylvania state agent, the law tells us that we have a right to protect this property by any means necessary and with whatever force is necessary, he stressed. If I have to use force, I will use force, Boyer told Fox News, saying that you have to fight fire with fire sometimes. Some Carco customers had told the local outlet they were terrified by the show of firepower. Guns like this would be on the battlefield, customer Robert Murray complained. Others, however, said they support the owner, who said the violent crimes plaguing his business stopped as soon as the army security arrived. Like, for the idiots of saying that this stuff would be used on the battlefield, no. AR-15s are not used on the battlefield. AR-15s would not be considered on the battlefield at all. So let's see here. AR-15 used in... Let's see here. Used in the military. Gun control advocates say mass shootings were down following the ban, which expired in 2004. The AR-15 has loomed since the ban. The rifle is not used by the U.S. military and is instead a semi-automatic of the M16, which is still in use. The rifle is not used by the U.S. military. I wonder why it is not used in the U.S. military. Probably because the AR-15 is a semi-automatic rifle. they use fully automatic rifles, which has the function to switch from semi-automatic to fully automatic. This is not really surprising news, people. This is not news. You will not see this weapon in combat at all. There's no point in using it in combat. Now, we have some another great video to show you guys that kind of shows the actual complete decay of LA and California as well. Because California is not doing well with their crime. But it's mostly the crime that's happening in southern states, which would be like San Francisco and I would even say LA. Even though San Francisco is more of a Northern California thing, it's still the Bay Area, and it still will be consistent of the same type of group of people that are voting for these things in the first place. So let's take a look at that.
Oh, don't take my stuff. No, don't take it.
This is again happening in LA. So as you can see, that doesn't seem to be going too great, considering the fact that LA is having these mass sprees of robbing and stuff like that. I could not imagine being in LA and not wanting to fear for my life or potentially have anything of my stuff stolen, let alone being a business, because, well, being a business in LA sounds to be quite traumatic, where you can essentially get everything stolen and there's nothing you can do about it. We have more actual great stuff here as well, to where California moves to shut down a third state prison as inmate population shrinks. I think that would be called a lie, but it's considering they're going to be moved to shut down the third state prison as an inmate population shrinks. I think that will show that the amount of people that are going to be running around in California is going to be a lot worse. A lot more criminals will be running in California, and we're all doomed. The Californians are just bloody doomed at this point. So I think that California is going to be facing its collapse in the next 3 to 5 years, if not potentially sooner, because everything that's happening in California is just catastrophic in every single level. Everybody should go and look at California Insider, because there is a lot of interesting stuff that they reveal that is important for you guys to know. And these guys, California is literally collapsing. We have the point to where if we do not fix our ways in the terms of oil industry, we will not have oil or any type of heating in California in a matter of a few years, because of the oil rigs and all that stuff collapsing, or not rather collapsing, but shutting down because they can't afford the stuff or whatever. And this is all thanks to Gavin Newsom. This is happening in California and areas. So, again, who are the actual blames for this? Well, a lot of it has to do with the actual government in itself, but also idiots that keep voting like morons. Governor J.B. Pritzker signed Safety Act amendments into law ahead of cash bail ending January 1st. This is happening in Chicago, Illinois, and this is what's going to be going on here. So it says, on Tuesday, signed the most debated legislative of the Illinois General Assembly veto session amendments to the criminal justice reform bill known as the Safety Act. Holding on to the public event for the signing of House Bill 1095, Pritzker thanked the legislature statement for his work on the bill, which ends the cash bail in Illinois, effective on January 1st, 2023, among other policies. So, pretty much what it is that Chicago is going to have this point to where essentially people are going to start running amok in Chicago. They can't be held. They can't really be, even if they commit a heinous crime like rape, or if they hold heinous or another thing like killing somebody, etc. They cannot really be held in jail or what have you for an X period of time. So that means they just go out and commit the same atrocities over and over again. And honestly, I'm kind of waiting to see on how catastrophic it will be. I am going to be expecting probably a purge type level that's going to be happening, and maybe a lot of people may actually wake up after a whole bunch of people die. So, as dark as that sounds, guys, that's just the true reality of it. People have to face severe consequences before they, realize stupidity is running among them. We have more. Felony surged 40% on New York City subways compared to 2021, but MTA touts more cops to stem crime wave. It seems like New York City is not doing well at all in any way, shape, or form, and it seems like that felonies are surging, getting worse, and I think that this is going to keep on happening. So I want to actually watch this video very briefly, because this video, within 30 seconds, is going to tell us exactly what these idiots or what these people are actually voting for.
In New York City.
So, here's the thing. Why do you think that is? Why do you guys think that it doesn't feel safe? Feel safe in New York? Well, I could probably tell a numerous amount of reasons. It's probably because the way you guys are voting and allowing this to actually bloody happen. You guys had one way to actually fix the crime wave, and you didn't actually go out and fix the actual crime wave. So now that you still voted in a Democratic governor, you are going to be facing more crime and more great stuff. So good on that. By the way, the women, as I said before in my last video, the women are saying it's safe in New York. The women are saying it's safe in New York. The women. Now, they're not completely saying it's 100% safe, but they're saying it's safe. So, when you go out and do something like this, who is destroying this country? Who is destroying these states? Women, wake up. Because at this point, it's no longer a laughing matter. You're destroying. You're just actively destroying your state. So it's safe. Yeah, of course it is. Because you're constantly voting for the wrong people. Hey, yeah. Let's see what happens when you actually get stabbed. Which, by the way, happened in L.A. A woman got stabbed in the head and got severe brain damage. There you have it. So, yeah. So, there's 2 women that are saying it's safe, they feel safe, 2 or 3. Some saying roughly, maybe not. But again, you guys voted for this. This is your fault. This is what you have created. Maybe vote differently, you morons. I mean, at this point, I don't feel sorry for you. There's no point to feel sorry for you because you created the issues that you have. And until you vote differently, you're going to see the constant crime. You're going to see the constant problems that you're facing. Vote differently, change your lives. Amazing how that works. Take accountability for yourselves. Retail theft at Walmart may lead to raise prices and store closures. This is apparently going to be happening across, I believe, California, and it's not great. With retail thefts on the rise, Walmart CEO says the company will have to start raising prices for even closing stores. In an interview Tuesday, CEO Doug McKillin indicated that it would be the case if the prosecutors continue to have lax approach to shoplifting crimes, specifically organized retail theft. Each store location has security measures in place, but other part of the equation is partnering with local enforcement agencies to hopefully correct the issue over time, McKillin said. He remarks to come after the state to tackle this issue. Retail crime task force with California Highway Patrol has increased their presence at shopping centers this holiday shopping season to heighten visibility and make arrests. So yeah, this is all this happening in California. It's not doing good. And then of course we have racial hoaxes and all this stuff. So we have here. U of A refuses to divulge race of vandal who attacked the Office of African American Affairs. This happened on November 3rd. Wah, 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 wah. Black female in head scarf attacked UVA Black Cultural Center. Yes, because it seems that we are so racist that we have to create the racism ourselves. You see it here, folks. The way this country is exploding, the way this country is falling onto its knees, and the way we won't fight back to how we should. Democratic policies are causing this. What are you going to do to fight back against it? Keep voting blue? Thought you were. Alright guys, that's it for the video. Like, subscribe, share, and always, take care.